Okay. And so just tell me about were you selling your home with Janet or buying or doing both, or what was the process like
Sure.
initially?
Actually, we are first-time home buyers, so we were looking to.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Yeah.
We were looking to purchase a home with Janet, or we used her services to purchase a home.
Great. So, um, since you're a first-time home buyer, obviously you had no experience before. What were some of your fears going into the process, and how did that play out by using Janet in her office?
Sure. Well, we were fearful that we wouldn't know what to do, what to expect, maybe some of the terminology, and just not really fully understanding the process. So although we've researched and read a lot about it and looked up things online, we just wanted to make sure that we had somebody who had experience and the knowledge to get us through. And so working with Janet, it actually was a very easy process. I mean, I don't think it could have been any easier. She explained everything from start to finish. She was very supportive. Even after we took possession of the home, she's called me every day since to just check in, make sure everything was okay.
Great. So did you look for other realtors, or how did you end up finding Janet? What was that process kind of like?
Sure. Actually, not only did I look for the realtors, I went to the library and I probably checked out, who goes to the library anymore, right? I checked out about 4 books on first-time home buyers, and they give you a list to make sure that they're licensed with the state and, et cetera, et cetera. So we kind of knew what to look for, and then what I did was in the local area, I started to look online for realtors. I also spoke to some of my coworkers and friends, and I got quite a few recommendations from coworkers and friends. Checked all of them out, liked some of them, but we actually listened to the AM radio station. I forget which one it is. And we decided to go to a first-time home buyers workshop hosted by Joe Aurora. And Janet was there, and she was a participant in the workshop. And when she started speaking, I realized very quickly that not only did she have a lot of knowledge, she definitely seemed to have the best interest of a home buyer. So I don't know, she just impressed me with her knowledge and I think her sincerity. And so of all the realtors that I spoke to, she was the first one who really made me feel like she would ensure that we got the best deal. And if something were to go wrong, I felt like she definitely was the person who could help us facilitate communication and, whatever needed to happen, that it would happen correctly under her, I guess, almost leadership.
Yeah, that's great. So if you had to think about anything that she could have improved with the whole process, is there anything you can think of?
Not really. I really am so impressed and so floored by the service that was provided, not only by her. Her husband came and did the walkthrough inspection with us. Her other, I'm not sure her title, but Linda also worked with her. The woman who often emailed and called us from the office was Kathleen. Everybody was great. And any questions we had, they were answered right away. Not at all. And being first-time home buyers, she walked us through the whole process. There were no surprises. Everything was very easy. We were very clear as to what the next step was and what to expect. So I don't really think there's a lot of room for improvement, and I don't say that often.
That's great. Last question. If you were, first off, would you recommend Janet to other home buyers out there or even sellers? And then what would you tell them if they were thinking of using her?
Sure, I absolutely would recommend her to anyone looking to sell or purchase. And I'm sorry, what was the second part again?
What would you tell them if they were thinking of hiring Janet? What would be the main couple of things? Sure.
Okay. So definitely I would recommend her to anyone. And I think what I would let them know is that she's extremely Well, she has a lot of experience, so I think that's evident when you start to speak with her. So she seems to understand the Nova market well. She also is reliable, professional, and I think sincere.